Hey there, and welcome. So, have you ever found yourself just staring at a German sentence, wondering where on earth all those commas are supposed to go? Well, if that's you, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down German punctuation and turn all that confusion into pure confidence. Okay, let's get right into it.
Yeah, I totally get it. When you first look at it, the rules can seem, well, a little much. Commas just pop up everywhere, and it can feel like some kind of beautiful, complex mystery. Or, let's be honest, sometimes it's just a flat-out headache. But I promise you, by the time we're done here, it is all going to click.
And to help us out on our little adventure today, we've got a very special guide. Everybody, meet Schlumper the Dachshund. He's going to be the star of our punctuation story, helping us see all these rules in action in a way that's super simple and hopefully pretty fun too. First things first, we're going to talk about connecting sentences smartly. This is really the bedrock of good writing, right? Instead of having a bunch of short, choppy ideas, we want to create something that flows smoothly and logically. So what's the magic tool for this? It's Konjunktionen, or conjunctions. And I love the German term the source material gives us, Bindewörter. It literally means linking words, and that is exactly what they do. They're like the glue that holds your sentences and your ideas together. So, let's take a look at a quick before snapshot. Here we've got two very simple sentences about our buddy Schlumper. Der Dackelschlumper riss sich von der Leine. Rannte schnell weg. I mean, it gets the point across, but it feels a little robotic, a little clunky, don't you think? Just two separate thoughts. Now check out the after. Just by adding one tiny little linking word und, the whole thing changes. Der Dackelschlumper riss sich von der Leine und rannte schnell weg. See how much better that flows? It's one single seamless action, so much more elegant. Okay, so here's your starter toolkit of these essential linking words. You've got weil for because, aber for but, obwohl for although, and so on. Now here is the golden rule you need to remember. You almost always put a comma right before these words. But, and this is a big but, there are two major exceptions, und, and oder, or. With those two, you don't need a comma. Easy enough, right?
All right, great job. Let's move on to our next big topic, the art of the list, or as they say in German, die Kunst der Aufzählung. This is all about how you properly list out a bunch of different items or actions all in one sentence.
This picture just says it all, doesn't it? A sentence without the right punctuation can feel exactly like this messy room, just a chaotic jumble of stuff everywhere. Commas are basically your organizational tools. They create space and clarity, and they turn that messy list into something neat and easy to understand. And you know what? The rule for this is wonderfully simple. It's really just 3 easy steps. First, you spot the items in your list. Second, you pop a comma in between each one to separate them. And third, hey, does this sound familiar? You do not put a comma before und or oder when you get to the end of the list. Let's bring Schlumper back to show us how it's done. What does he love to do? He loves laut bellen, comma, mit einem Ball spielen, and then no comma, und lange im Körbchen schlafen. See that? A comma separates item 1 from item 2, but no comma before the und that brings in the last item. It's perfect. Okay, you're doing great. On to our third and final section, mastering direct speech, or wörtliche Rede. This is all about how to punctuate the things people actually say out loud. The quotes you put in your writing. Okay, pay close attention here, because this is the key. It all depends on where the he said or she asked part of the sentence is. Look at the left column. When that little intro comes before the quote, you use a colon. For instance, der Trainer meint blah. But now look over to the right. When that part comes after the quote, you use a comma instead. Heute ist tolles Wetter, meint der Trainer. And just notice how the original punctuation, like the period or the question mark, always stays inside the quotation marks. And just to help that rule really stick in your head, here's a funny little joke from our source material. So she says, "My sweet darling, my little treasure, my sweetie pie." And he replies, "Yes, what is it, dear?" And she says, "Quiet, I'm talking to the dog." It's a great little example of direct speech in action, right? The dialogue just flows back and forth. And I guess it's a good reminder to always be clear about who you're talking to. So, there we have it. We've tackled the 3 big areas: connecting our sentences, writing clean lists, and quoting people correctly. We have totally untangled this mystery. Now let's just lock in everything we've learned with a quick summary. Here it is, all in one place. Your 3 big takeaways. Number 1, use a comma before most of those linking words.
but not before und or oder. Number 2, for your lists, separate the items with commas, but, that's right, no comma before und or oder. And finally, number 3, for direct quotes, use a colon if the intro comes first, and use a comma if it comes after. That is the heart of it right there.
And that's it. The beautiful mystery is officially solved. See, it's not a headache at all. It's just a logical system that you absolutely can master. So the next time you sit down to write in German, you'll have the tools and the clarity to nail it. The only real question left is, are you ready to write with confidence?